Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you are doing great. This is the step-by-step guide on how to open your PS5 controller and how to change the thumbstick. As you can see, it's flattened. We are also going to change the rubbers completely and cleaning this controller. The customer also said that the left joystick pulls upside a bit, as you can see on the video. Of course, we are not going to fully change the analog in this video, maybe the next one. So let's just open it. I'm just going to use my nails in this part. Of course, you can use tools if you want. Okay, there are two screws here that you have to open, and there are two more hidden behind the R1 and L1 keys. Well, as you can see, this one is broken, so I have to open 3 screws. Check this out, guys. I don't know who was the previous repair guy, but he was definitely on something. My guess is crack. Okay, you see these two small pins here? When you are going to open the casing, you have to also pull apart these pins. Otherwise it will break. Okay, before doing anything, just remove the battery first. Okay, before touching the motherboard, you have to check that if you are carrying the static energy. One small discharge to the motherboard and everything will be cooked. Open this screw, it holds the battery placement. Okay, take your chopstick or the tweezers and pull this flat straight upward.
Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
There is 4 wires here responsible for the vibration. I'm just going to solder them and remove them. To remove the motherboard, there are 2 small pins, one over here and one here. You have to pull them aside and take out the motherboard. Yes, officially confirmed that previous repair guy was on crack. Okay, taking out this thumbstick should be easy, just pull them out. Be careful not to bend the motherboard or the microscopic cracks will kill your motherboard. Okay, there are 2 screws, one over here and one here. In some cases there are 4. It means you might have to open 4, just check these places. This is of course to change the rubbers, not the thumbstick. If you want to change the thumbstick, you don't even need to desolder those wires. Be careful about that touchpad flat when you are pulling this black skeleton out. This one is fine, but I'm going to change it anyway. This small broken part is for the option button. We are going to super glue it later. Man, this is so dirty.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Okay, this cannot be cleaned by hand. I have to put this in the dishwasher. So I'm starting to remove these electronic parts, like the touchpad and those small sensor.
One eternity later.
Bad news, guys. I just lost the X button in the washing machine. This is so clean now, it was worth it though. It's shining. Okay, I was joking about the X button, it was here all along. But be careful when you are cleaning them, they are so tiny and they can go right into the sewer. Okay, this part is optional, you don't have to do it. I like to add a bit of grease after washing the controller. It will make the buttons work smoothly and it will increase the lifespan of the rubbers. Slightly, of course. This is not magic, we are not doing magic. To open and close the touchpad, there is one pin here. One black sharp pin here that locks into this one. And you can close the touchpad. After that, there is one screw. Now we will bring the new set of rubbers. Okay, this part is done. We are going to the next, replacing the L and R rubbers. So what we are going to do is to unscrew it first, so we can have full access. If you are doing a step by step and following a step by step, please first watch what I'm doing with this motor, then follow along. This is very sensitive. Okay, there is a tiny flat here, just pull it out and hidden a screw behind it. Okay, you will open this one screw and there are 3 more behind it, but don't mix these screws with the other one, they are not the same. After that, just take the plate and you will meet this beautiful piece of art. Take your chopstick and remove this metal plating. This is what holds the L2 and R2. Replacing the rubbers should be easy. After that, after you replace the rubbers, just take the key, put it in the position, bring the rod, and be careful about that tiny spring over there. Now, before closing this, to make sure if any mechanics are touched, we are going to pull this upward, this black thingy, and press the L2 button to the fullest and don't touch anything in this part and just close it. Okay, let's fix that broken part by my secret recipe. Okay, now we will wait for it to cool down. Just put this chopstick here.
One eternity later.
Okay, this small green potentiometer here is responsible for the vertical movement, and this one is for the horizontal. So this pulls a bit upward, so we are going to open this one and access to this small piece. So I don't know if you can see this clearly or not, but we have a small bend over here in the middle. So what we are going to do is to reshape this bend a bit off to the left side, very small, like even less than a millimeter. And the reason for that is our analog pulls a bit to the top, to the up, right? And we are going to bend it in the opposite direction, it means down. Now that we've done that, we just put this in place and test it on the computer. We just need to plug this USB-C to the computer and connect the battery. Without the battery it won't work. It's not like the PS4 version. So connect the battery first and then plug in into computer. So it's okay now, everything is fine. Okay, this little piece is hardened now and it's stronger than the new version. Okay, we reached to the sweet closing part. Don't rush in this part so you don't miss anything. Be careful about this little flat. Don't leave it underneath the speaker. Do not put this in the wrong direction. And for the thumbstick, I like to use the new thumbstick into the left side, the side that's used more often, and the older one to the right side. Okay, in the soldering part of that vibrators, I'm going to solder them in the opposite direction, meaning black, red, red, black, so the reverse vibration feels much better. As I was checking these flats, one of them was damaged badly, beyond repair, so I have to change it. Okay, everything done, just checking if I have connected everything from the flats, these small L and R flats, and putting everything together. So this is just what we did in the start of the video, just in reverse. Not literally, but literally, I don't know how to say that, literally. Oh, never mind, you get the point. So as always, thank you for watching until the end. And as you can see, I'm the small content creator and have a free time. So if you have any question about this fix or any other fixes, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I will be answering as soon as possible. And with this video, another controller came back to life. If this video helped you fix your controller, or you just watched it for the sake of the entertainment, don't forget to like and subscribe. It will be appreciated. See you soon.